So, in this beautiful space, calling in the highest vibration and frequencies of love and light. Only the highest vibration and frequencies of love and light are welcomed to be here to bring your messages through for the collective at this time. All other energy is welcome to be here if it is ready to transform and heal and alchemize back into the highest vibration and frequencies of love and light. Gracias, gracias, gracias. All right, everybody. I just put my sacred smoke over here. And that is my beautiful little puppy that you hear. She makes her cute little noises and sounds. So we'll just let all of that be here. All right. So I'm just gonna go for it. So my question, here's what's interesting. So I was actually just coming to do a reading to just practice. Actually, I just got my mixer, and because I lead ceremony. I lead moon ceremonies. I lead cacao ceremonies. So, and I'm now doing that online. So, hashtag if you're interested in ceremony, I'll leave the information down in the comments below to learn more about how I work with ceremony, and if you're interested. So anyway, I wasn't actually going to do a reading for real, but how it's getting all set up is that it's coming together in that way. So the message to me that's coming through is, where in your life are you practicing something just for the mere sense of wanting? Yeah, what I'm hearing is that because you're wanting to practice because you want to make sure you get it right. And so this is a message. This is there, and what I'm hearing is that there is no getting it right. There is no getting it wrong. There's only a sense of, as I look down to the card that's on the table already, trust. So this is actually the Taurus card. But the first sound is trust. However that resonates for you, because that actually sounds like an oxymoron. The first sound is trust. However, when I sit with that and I bring that into the space more, the first sound is trust. So whatever feelings that you're feeling or whatever words you're hearing, like in your mind's eye, and I'm actually hearing your heart's eye, your heart's mind, actually. So whatever you're hearing, whatever sound that's coming through your heart's vibration and frequency, there's a sound of trust. So there's a vibration and frequency of trust that is emitting through your heart vibration and frequency in relation to what you're bringing out now into the world. And what it sounds like is it sounds like trust. So however that resonates for you. So it doesn't sound like a conversation of what do you need to trust. That's not what it sounds like or feels like to me. What it feels like is that there's a sense of opening to trust yourself, I'm hearing opening to trust yourself. It feels, I was gonna go somewhere with opening trust to source, but you already have that. You already have trust with source. So it's really opening trust with yourself. Yeah, and so now what I'm just aware of is like like I'm seeing the Nine of Swords, where there's just this constant, almost like it's like a berating of the self, of, oh, okay, thank you for that. So it's like, it feels like I see the Nine of Swords, it feels like a berating of self, but this is not your talk. This is an old pattern that's been programmed into you, and it feels like younger from childhood. And this is where trust got cut off. Because before we learn how to trust ourselves, because we're young, we look to our authority, our parents, not just our parents, any person, place, or thing outside of ourselves where we are curious to teach us something or to understand something. We look outside to that. And that's where, and if we developed, okay, so this is now becoming very confusing. You were not guided on how to understand how to trust yourself. And you witnessed other people making choices, making decisions and making choices, which created a cause and effect that was harming or damaging to them. And on the outside, you as the viewer, you as the person observing. So I'm actually seeing like a vision, a visual of like a young child. Now it's like around between like somewhere around 7, like somewhere between 7 and 10 potentially. And then watching, and this child is watching it definitively. What does that even mean? Specifically was the word that I was looking for, but if the word definitively means anything to you, then take that as it resonates. But specifically viewing, the child is viewing the mother. This is very much the mother. The mother's on the phone, is on a phone call, which is, this could be metaphorically, or this could actually be very literal. But whatever the mother said was a decision that was chosen in that moment, in that decisive moment on the phone. And then the child then was very present with that, with the mother being on the phone, making that decisive decision on the phone, and then watched the cause and effect play out. That was very harmful to her, not even to the child. It wasn't to the child. It was actually really harmful to her, to the mother, but based on the choice that she made. And the child, which the child represents you in this metaphor or visual or memory, whatever it is, learned, like it imprinted. The child took that as an imprint on you. You can't trust your choices and your decisions, because when you trust your choices and decisions, then they harm you. Because the child observing the mother making this choice saw or interpreted that the mother was very, very clear and felt very clear and confident on the choice that she was making. And the choice that she made brought harm upon her. So this has actually shaped your life, and this has created a lot of discord in your life, actually, in relation to whenever you're up against needing to trust yourself. So really even just trust itself, trust, the concept of trust has been a difficult road for you. But specifically when you have to trust yourself, that actually like puts another little twist into trust for you. It's almost like what I'm becoming aware of. And let's see how this plays out. You have an easy time trusting source. And okay, so how clarify that for me, please? So when you're sitting in meditation or you're sitting in contemplation or you're sitting in any kind of space where you're tapping into your intuition, tapping into spirit, however that resonates for you, it feels like unconditional trust in that space. And which is really, really interesting. So this is actually where it feels like the message is coming out for you, is that when you're in the space with source, you trust unconditionally. It's easy. There's no question. But when you come back outside of yourself and you come back into the world, and there's a decision to be made in the world to where you need to trust yourself. You need to trust yourself that nothing, because of your choice, because you don't know what the choice will do. And I apologize for you hearing my dog snore. I wonder how that's part of this. It's distracting. It's distracting. Ah, thank you for that. So whenever you come outside from your internal world where there is unconditional trust, and you bring that outside, and then you have to trust yourself to bring the inside out, there is a lot of distraction that pulls you away from the groundedness in that. And this is very much tied to that memory, whatever happened as being the child witnessing. And it feels very, maybe this message is just for somebody, but it feels very, very connected to a mother. So I don't know if that was literally your mother, but if it was a mother figure, somebody that you would have had this type of connection with. I mean, this feels really literal though. This really feels like your mother. Okay. So where are we going with this reading, Spirit? No more cards from here. That's so interesting. This will happen every so often where I will be very drawn to just pick up a deck and just hold the deck. And then this whole stream will flow through just by even having like the sense of holding the deck or shuffling the deck. But then as I'm going to pull cards, I hear no more, like we're done with this deck. Which is very, very interesting. And the only thing that I'm aware of is the key. Oh my gosh. And so then I pick up this one, which is the key. And then on the other side is the key to your happiness. Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to put the card out, even though we said no, that we said it was, we're done with that deck. But I really feel like that is super significant to what we're talking about, is that the key to your happiness is trust. Trust in yourself. So I actually feel like that message is very clear. Okay. Thank you for that, Source. Beautiful. Makes a lot of sense. Where do we want to go next? So what do you want to do with this trust in yourself? What is this trust in yourself trying to emerge something through you? So this journey with trust and trusting yourself there's something on the other side of when you can find your way to trusting yourself. So what is on the other side? That's the question we will ask. What is on the other side to trusting yourself? Specifically trusting yourself in bringing something out into the world. So trusting whatever's on the inside of you to bring out. It's time to bring out whatever's on the inside out now. And it really does feel like this connection to spirit. This unconditional trust in spirit is now, it's now time to bring that out. Okay? All right, so we're going to pull some tarot. Let's see. Okay, thank you for that. All right, thank you for that. Okay, it feels more like this. Oh, this one too, thank you. Oh, okay. Is there any more cards? Yes, I hear yes. This one and this one. Okay, thank you for that. Amazing. Okay. Okay. So the first thing that I'm noticing right off the bat is there is some there's so much involved in all of your energy right now. There is a new sense of there's a new sense of curiosity coming online for you. New thoughts are arising. New I was going to say creativity, but that's not what it feels like. It feels like new perceptions. New perceptions are coming online for you. And it just feels like they're very new. They're very new and you're curious about them, but you're also a bit apprehensive about them. So, and it's almost like you see, okay, so this is the Page of Swords. So do you see how the Page of Swords is looking away from the sword? So it's almost like you are holding these new ideas are coming through, but you're not quite ready to face them just yet because you don't know what to do with them. Perhaps you don't understand them. And it feels like they're coming in fast. Is that true? Oh, that is a weird energy. Okay, hold on just a moment. Okay, that doesn't feel completely correct. It doesn't feel like they're coming in fast. It feels like, how do I put words on that? Okay, so I'm just gonna try because this is really hard to interpret the energy of what I'm feeling. So it's not like they're coming in fast, although air energy is very fast moving, but it can also be still. It can also be silent. It can also be not moving. Air can actually just be existing. So it's almost like these new ideas, new perceptions, new thoughts are almost like hovering around your aura. This is very strange and interesting. Hovering around your aura, waiting for an opening. So this feels like you creating an opening for these new perspectives to actually come into your full awareness, if that makes any sense. So I feel like you're aware of these new ideas that are around you, but they could feel very foreign and they could feel very like the energy that it feels like in the word that's coming is like it's like trepid. It's yes, it's unknown, but it's not just that it's unknown. This feels different, has a different texture than just the feeling of feeling unknown. It feels more like you're curious to understand more, but then there's still this large part of you that doesn't want to, and that's the part of you that's not looking at it yet. And I think it's because it breaks belief systems that you've had, and if these belief systems break, then it almost it's like I see an identity shattering. I see like the tower coming in. And there's, so it does feel like fear, but it doesn't feel like debilitating fear. It feels more like unconsciousness. It's like, oh gosh, it's like there's this duality of of different layers of yourself that are wanting to try and find how to have resonance to allow these new perspectives, these new belief systems to emerge into your full conscious awareness. Okay, that's probably the best way I can say that. But that feels the most aligned of what I'm feeling. Okay, and so that's just the Page of Swords. And so there's all this other energy that is, that all came out, which is very interesting. So the way that the setup of the layout feels very like there's different layers, different levels, different layers. And so I'm just really drawn now to the Five of Cups, which is the Mars in Scorpio energy. Yeah, okay, so actually this feels really, really connected because again, see how he's not looking at the two cups that are full right behind him. He's actually only looking at the cups that are empty, that have fallen over, that have spilled, and it feels kind of like depressing. Like there's this, yeah, okay, thank you for that. What it's feeling like is there's potentially this new awakening that's happening, these higher perspectives, these new ideas, these new thought forms coming in, which is breaking apart your entire belief system that you've learned thus far. I'm also, now it's bringing me back to the vision of the child observing the mother on the phone, just that one split moment frame, that freeze frame of that. And there's like disappointment, and it feels like depression. It feels like I know you can hear my dog snoring, which is so strange. Oh boy. Okay. Maybe that brings comfort in some sort of way. I don't know. I mean, the snoring of her is very, she's doing that. She's doing something. Okay. Maybe that's just for you. Because it feels important to the space, but I don't know why. I'm blocked from understanding what more, like I'm not getting any read on that, but all I'm feeling is that it feels important to the space. So we'll just let it be as it is. I know that it's having me feel, like I'm afraid, like what I'm aware of is that like I'm like, oh my gosh, these people aren't gonna like, this is gonna be disruptive. This is gonna be disruptive to the reading, and it's gonna be frustrating. People aren't gonna want to hear that. And so then that could be the message. Oh, I see. Okay, thank you for that. So it's like these new perspectives that are coming online for you. There was a sense before that you had this belief system created within inside your family unit, and it brought a lot of happiness. It was the path that was taught as this is the way. And that, I mean, it's so interesting, this card, the Ten of Cups. So Mars in Pisces energy. I've never felt this energy with this card before, so this is so interesting. This is what's so fun about doing readings, by the way, everybody. If you're feeling called to doing readings, I highly suggest it. Give it a go. It's really fun because it will surprise you every single time. Because when you're tapping into the energy, you never know what's going to show up. What shows up is what shows up, and it takes you through your own experience. But what I'm feeling is I'm feeling this energy of the Ten of Cups here, which is usually a really, really happy energy. It's like a success energy. It's like a joy energy. But what I'm feeling is that this 10 of Cups in relation to this reading in this space is that everything that your belief system inside of your family that you were taught that you were that I'm hearing even resonated for you for a long time is being challenged now. Challenged. Interesting. Yeah, because his face looks really like almost like wants to fight it. Like is pulling out the sword to fight these new thoughts, these new feelings, these new emerging perspectives, because there was a safety in the old way that was taught. And there's this fight to that an internal fight of like I'm hearing not wanting to let that go, but is also connected to feeling like there's a knowing that that needs to be let go of because something is happening inside of you that you cannot deny. And you can feel the resonance of these new ideas or perspectives. And it's creating turmoil. It's creating turmoil in you. And there's an old sense of you that doesn't want to focus on that. Because there's such a sense of like I'm just the two words I'm hearing, but the feeling I'm feeling is like disappointment and depression. Like it's really it's kind of painful. It's painful to it's painful to have these new perspectives. Okay. So I just want to honor that for a moment. Okay, so now I'm just absolutely drawn to the star card. And this is beautiful Aquarius energy, the star card. Yeah, when I'm just tapping into the star card in relation to this reading for you all. So the energy, I'm going to pull some clarification because the energy to the star card, so the star card typically what that represents for me generally is it's your magic. It's your beauty that you have to offer to your North Star in life. It's your inner spark. And but what I'm feeling is I'm feeling like when I'm trying to tap into the star card in your reading, like it's blocked. It's almost like this struggle, this internal conflict you're having with yourself around this belief system that was that you were raised up in, you were raised upon. That struggle that you're having is creating a block to the deeper truth of who you are. And also the access point to, oh my gosh, my other dog is coming in. She never comes in here. Hi. So it makes me feel like animals are really healing for you. That you were very connected to animals, and I'm going to say dogs specifically, because dogs are super loving. Maybe you had dogs growing up. Maybe you have a dog, but they feel like it feels like to me that they're being drawn into the space because there's an energy here that is needing soothing and comfort. And that's why I feel like they're here, because this is actually very unusual. Neither one of my dogs have come into this space when I'm doing a reading for somebody. It's usually when I'm, they'll come in this space when I'm doing a reading for myself or when I'm in ceremony with myself. They've never shown up when I've actually been offering. So I feel like they're showing up for you. So just offering you some extra love, extra support. Yeah. Okay. So then back to the star card. So what it feels like to me, there is a moment or some time that could be beneficial for you to take a pause. And what I'm hearing is actually allow yourself to be consciously connected to the internal, I'm hearing the word battle, the internal battle that you're having between your heart and your mind. Because the more you try to figure it out, the more I'm hearing the more it's spinning in chaos, but the more it's compacting on itself. So, yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, so the more that you try to figure it out, the more that your mind is taking over and making it more difficult for you. The King of Swords. Your mind is working against you, and it's very powerful. And yeah. Becoming more connected to your heart is going to be helpful. And I have a sense that this is part of the new perspectives that are coming online for you. And there's a sense of potentially not knowing how to do that. Or, wait, no, that's not true. That's not true. So the mind is telling you that. That's what the mind is telling you. But actually, when you quiet yourself, you know that that's not true. So what's happening is that you are becoming more aware of your intuition speaking to you from your heart. And there's an old ego identity that's dying around you. And it's fighting to survive. It's fighting for its survival. That's where this internal fight is coming from. And what I'm hearing is that the key to getting out of that is your happiness. So whatever makes you happy. So, okay, and now I'm hearing animals. So I'm hearing dogs, animals. Coming back when you are lost in the conflict of the fight in your mind around when I like what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's like this picture right here. It's like these old ideas are trying to leave your mind, and new vibration and frequency are coming into your perspectives, and they're very beautiful. They're flowers, right? So do flowers make you happy? Put some flowers in your space. Do flowers have you feel love? Flowers and animals, flowers and dogs. So when you can, when you're feeling depressed, you're feeling disappointed, you're feeling in the conflict, you're experiencing the conflict, Yeah, it makes me want to replace. Wow, that's so interesting. The Five of Cups over on top of the 10 of Cups. It's almost like face your disappointment. Face the truth of feeling that. There's healing in that for you. It's a rainbow bridge of some sort. It's a rainbow bridge to your star, to your north star. Allow yourself to feel the disappointment and the depression and the pain. I'm hearing the word betrayal. Feeling those feelings is aligned. It's part of the journey of healing. And potentially, when you allow yourself to pause and feel those painful feelings, maybe have your beautiful animal with you, your dog. If you don't have a dog, I feel like you do. But if you don't, or you have, go be by animals. I don't know if you want to go sit by like a pond with ducks or something. I just feel like animals are really supportive to you and really grounding for you, for your wounded heart. It almost creates safety and space to feel what you're feeling. And allow yourself to cry is what I'm hearing. Allow yourself to cry while your beautiful animal ally is with you. They're with you, and they're supporting your healing. Yeah, and I'm here just hearing one more thing, like maybe go get some flowers. Get some flowers and put them in your space. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna say this, but I apprehensively say this. Maybe get some flowers and put them in your space as like an offering to like a death of this old belief system. So it's almost like allowing yourself to go through the death of an old belief system. Thank you for that. That is the rainbow bridge. That is the connection that unblocks the energy to your North Star. And I just want you to take a look at this beautiful woman. She's clearly a warrior of love and light. Water energy to me is love and connection to all things. Water is very high vibrational. So, and then, and then all of these light codes, if you will, shooting out from her star. So, yeah, and I'm just drawn to the number 17 now, which is an 8 in numerology. Numerology is as above, so below. It's also the goddess energy. So whether you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter. Male or female, doesn't matter. We all have both the divine masculine and divine feminine in our being. And so the 8 vibration is the rise, like to me, the rise of as above, so below, and also to rise in your power and in your truth. So this reading was very powerful. And, but it also feels very vulnerable. It feels very vulnerable. And so I just want to honor that for you. I'm hearing, allow yourself to be vulnerable. I'm feeling like this old belief system did not support the energy of vulnerability. There is great power in vulnerability. Okay, so that's what I have for you. So I'm going to pull a closing message. Let's just ask Spirit what the closing energy that Spirit would like for you to take with you. I'm hearing the reverberation of the word flowers. So flowers, however that resonates for you. Maybe someone gave you flowers that brought you great happiness. So that could be an access point, an access point to happiness that you could recall upon. Potentially, you have some beautiful flowers in your space right now. You in a garden that brings you joy. That could be another access point for you. So going out and being with those flowers. Potentially, you just love flowers and you don't buy them for yourself because you don't give yourself that gift. Okay, so I'm really hearing that for somebody. Allow yourself to buy yourself flowers because the person that you're looking for to bring you flowers is actually you. It's not that other person. So that was a very specific message for somebody. Okay, so the closing message, everybody. We're working with the sacral chakra, which is actually our pleasure center. It allows us to feel pleasure and passion. Yeah, I'm just feeling connected to our pleasure center, which also, flowers are also, to me, also connected to our pleasure center. They're very, very sensual. They're very, very beautiful. And they do bring so much joy and love to us all. I mean, they actually represent love, right? We bring people we love flowers. So the message on the card is, it's journey. So the closing message is journey. So to enjoy the journey, let go of the outcome. Okay. So this message, this closing message to me is there needs to be a detachment from how you feel, how you are. There needs to be a detachment about, how do I say that? Yeah, it's like bringing your power back into yourself. Bring not even your power, to your energy. Bring your energy back into yourself when you are taking this journey with vulnerability and going through the. It really does feel like a death process of an old identity, of a belief system, but the belief system was actually. It felt like you. There was an identity of this belief system that you believed you were, and that it was the truth, and that you're learning something else now, and that is challenging and vulnerable and painful. So it feels like this journey is to be more internal, not necessarily to be sharing so much. And I'm more specifically hearing sharing with anyone else that's still in this old belief system. I'm feeling your family, but it could extend past your family. It could be someone very close to you. It could be friends and family. It could be your whole community, your whole tribe. Potentially, it's that big for some of you. Thank you for that. And so I'm hearing Source say to share that there is a whole brand new community waiting for you. So if this community goes away, because I hear that you're afraid that you're going to lose everything, everyone and everything around you, and that's part of that is part of the fight, and it's part of how your mind is taking over and is keeping you locked in this box, that you're fighting. I just want to reiterate to you, you're stronger than that. You're stronger than the fight, because I feel like your mind is telling you something else, and it's not true. It's an illusion. So this might be a very, very internal journey and an internal process. And so maybe, you're still interacting in your world as potentially as normal, but in your home space, in your private space, you're sitting with your animal, you're facing your disappointment, you're facing your pain around, I keep hearing like the word betrayal, but also disbelief, facing the disbelief. And, and just have like being like, I just keep, it keeps bringing me back to the flowers. Maybe flowers are really, really important for you, for some sort of reason. That's very personal. And it could be different for this is a general read. So the flowers could mean something different to you all. Take it how it resonates. Okay, everyone. So that's what we have for you today. And I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, I would love for you to like the video, subscribe if it feels good to you, only if it resonates. Please only ever do anything that you feel inspired to do and it resonates. And I'm saying, I feel like to reiterate what you feel inspired to do. That feels like actually really connected to this entire reading. Not what you're told is right, but now what you're feeling inspiration for. So, yeah. Okay, so that is all I have for you today. Beautiful divine beings, my beautiful tribe, beautiful collective. Thank you so much again for sharing your power, sharing your energy, sharing your light, and sharing your love with me and everything. I really, really, really appreciate you being here with me. So I love you so much, and until the next time, bye for now.